Am I being audible to everyone? Cool. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all today. I am Satvik Singhal, as I've just been introduced, and I have been asked to take a quick small session with you about English and public speaking. So, as you can probably tell from the title, why English? We're going to talk about what exactly is English, why is it important, why is public speaking important, and how does that help us out in our lifestyle and our career. Alright? Right. So before we proceed, a bit about myself. I'm Satvik Singhal. As you heard in my introduction, I'm the founder CEO at the Veritas group, and we do a lot of MEN conferences. We do a lot of youth empowerment events. Along with that, I have been a very avid public speaker. I used to have stage fear when I started out, but once you get into it, once you get a hold of it, once you improve bit by bit, there will be a point when you, to be very honest, might also be at this place representing yourself at some school, mentoring other kids about how this is done, how this improves yourself as a personality, right? As for me, I am currently pursuing a professional degree in English through the prestigious Delhi University. Along with that, I have an interest in fashion communication, which I'm pursuing from there. Right. So starting off by why English exactly matters. Since most of us have, read and experienced this subject firsthand ever since we got into school, we are well aware how English works, what is grammar, why is it important. We should, speak it in class so that it's a bit more professional, it's a bit more formal, and we develop as a speaker. But why is English important? English is important because at the current moment, English is the most spoken language worldwide. About 40% of the global population speaks English, and when the language has such a good hold over the population, it is what will get you the opportunities that you would seek when you would go out in the world. So that is the reason why it is such a basic subject at this point, and it helps us out a lot when we get into our professional lives. Other than that, English helps us get a good grasp of global knowledge. Around 70% of all the websites across the internet are in English. So that helps us, capture a good sense of information throughout the internet, through books, through newspapers, because most of the media is written for the masses, and masses are speaking English. That is the reason why learning this language is so important, because it gives us a lot of scope of learning. Moving forward, we have proper communication skills when you are trying to express something, you are trying to give out your views to masses, you are trying to give out views in general on any platform, be it Twitter, be it LinkedIn. English is very important because again, it's about masses, it's about getting that reach that you might not get with any other language, because English is the widest language possible. Other than that, there are also university applications, there are international exams like TOEFL and IELTS, which help you out in getting admissions in universities abroad. So for that, it is important to have a good grasp over English. I have personally applied for universities in Canada. I have received admissions in them. And one thing that they really liked about me was that it was very fluent with me. I knew what I wanted to write, I knew what I wanted to write, and it was very natural. They knew that this person is aware how to do things, he is aware what exactly he is planning to do and how he'll do it. So getting that out fluently is very important, rather than just thinking it in your mind, this is something I want to do, but I am not able to explain it how it's supposed to be done. So that is something that English really helps you out with. Right. Moving forward, Why should you improve your English speaking skills? Again, it's mostly about getting the exposure that you can achieve from this language, getting the experiences. When you know English, you can actually apply to different model UN conferences. You can apply to different internships, different organizations. You can get that working experience. You can get that participation experience, and these small things, when they add up, they make you a great speaker. They teach you a lot of interpersonal skills that you'll need within your life when you would want to get into a professional working environment in corporates, in proper companies. I hope that all of you have some dreams in your mind. Some of you would want to, work at the big four companies. Some of you would want to become authors, writers. Everything, everywhere requires some sort of interpersonal skills, be it, communicating with different people, pitching your ideas, or just, giving an interview for a job, right? Now, I have a question for all of you. To the boys first. How many of you boys here like cars, BMWs, Mercedes, Ferraris? Just give me a raise of hands. Alright, girls can also raise their hands if they like cars. Cool. Hands down. How many of the girls here now like bags, including Avni? How many of girls here like bags, fashion, being up to date with fashion accessories mainly? Have you guys heard of Gucci, Balenciaga, Versace? Cool, hands down. How many of you here, all the crowd combined, have ever worn a fashion article by US Polo Association? US Polo, the jeans brand, they also make polo t-shirts. Right. Have you, okay, can you guys figure out what is common between Ferrari, Versace and US Polo? The one thing which is common between these is, okay, have you, when you wear your US Polo Association wala t-shirt or the jeans, have you noticed उस पर लिखा होता है established in 1890, right? So in सब में common चीज़ ये है कि all of them have been established for a long time. They have had that experience in crafting that specific item that they're delivering to you, and that is why their items are of such good quality. Agree? Give me a thumbs up, guys. Cool. So I think all of you would be very delighted to hear that English actually is established in the year 450 AD, and it has evolutionized ever since. It has also revolutionized different sectors of the market, be it media, be it music, be it politics. Literally everything has been influenced by this one language across the world, not just in one specific state. So a quick brief about English history is that we first started off with Old English in 450 AD, which went up to 1500 AD. English started in Germanic tribes and was later influenced with Latin and French. There are words, there's ballet, there's restaurant. These words are inspired by French. They are not originally English words, they're inspired by French, right? Then there was 1500 AD से 1900 AD वाला time period where we had early modern English. This was the period where you had the romantic poets wala time period, where you had the Shakespeare period. This is actually what they teach you when you take a professional English degree like me. So this is the 16th, 17th century literature where they teach you how Shakespeare wrote his plays, how different poets conveyed their words through different poetic styles. And then there's modern English, modern global English. This has been a major trend. This has been spread through two different means. First one, it started off when the Britishers started colonizing different countries across the world. How many of you have heard the quote that the sun never sets in the British Empire? Give me a raise of hands. right? So basically what happened was the Britishers annexed a lot of territories across the globe, right? And because of that, the British English spread across the world. Okay? That is what influenced a lot of people to get into this language, and that is the reason why 70 plus countries speak English at the current date. Now, when we proceed to something a bit more modern, TVs, radios, newspapers, books, websites, etc., all of these are spreading English at a very, very fast pace compared to what they were doing in the history of the language. So this is the current history, the current trends of the English language, and at the current point where it is at, it is already at its prime, and it is just going to increase from here. You cannot now decrease the amount of people who will speak English, right? यही से increase होगी और more people will learn English, more people will speak English because population is increasing. People who are getting into the language are increasing. So the scope only increases, it does not fall. In fact, English is improving at such a fast pace that the Oxford Dictionary, every year they add new words to it. For example, last year they added the slang slave. Moving forward and talking about the career opportunities that you are able to get through public speaking, through fluent English speech, there for this presentation I've split them into two. One just for India specific and one for abroad opportunities. India mein there's a wide market if you want to get into media, if you are into journalism, if you are into becoming a self-made author, if you are into ghostwriting, if you are into anything that includes English in general, be it speaking, news anchor, etc. All of that is somewhat related to developing a fluent English speech, a good sense of speaking, a good sense of mind, a good sense of just getting your thoughts out there. So these are a few things that you can pursue in India and abroad. As for abroad, English and fluent English public speaking helps you out, as I stated beforehand, in your university applications, in cracking good interviews, in getting good internship opportunities, and scoring scholarships, and writing your articles that you will send off to these colleges for your applications, right? Now, what exactly is public speaking? So as you can see from the title, public speaking plus English is a power combo. Public speaking is the ability to be able to get your thoughts out in a very confident way to a big crowd of people like yourself. And English is the language which maximum people would understand. If I talk in Punjabi here, maybe not all of you would understand, but English you will, right? So that makes it a power combo. Again, crowd wali baat aati hai ki most people speak English, so it is easier to get it to get your thoughts out through this language. Again, there are a few points listed upon the presentation which talk about why this is really, really important, why public speaking actually helps us out. Like I said, it helps you get into more events, it gets you more exposure, gets you more participation, gets you more experience across a lot of fields. When you know English, you are able to go out into the world, learn, participate, explore, understand, make connections, and that helps you out a lot on the long term. Here's a quick cheat sheet for public speaking. There are 5 points. First is make eye contact. For example, when I'm talking to you, I am not really reading it out from a tablet or a phone or a paper. I'm just talking to you directly. I am talking to you person to person, and it sort of acts like a conversation, keeps the other person more hooked. Second thing is breathe and pause. I am not just singing a rap affair. I am taking time, letting you absorb my words, letting you understand it for yourself and figure out how you can actually utilize these things, right? So breathing, pausing, emphasizing upon your words is very important when you're getting into public speaking. Know your content. For example, I made this PPT, I made a script. I'm not reading the script because I know what I want to speak up here, right? So that is knowing your content, knowing how you're going to emphasize upon the presentation that you have made. Then there's use expression and body language, for example, hand gestures and smiling when you're speaking, moving your head around, making eye contact again. Then there's practice in front of mirrors or friends. It is more of a basic understanding, preparation technique. I am sure that you guys have heard of this before, practicing in front of a mirror, right? Then there is the fact it is okay to make mistakes. As I said, even I used to make mistakes when I started off. I used to stutter, I used to mispronounce things, I used to be a bit unconfident, but it all ends up well on the long term. Now, these two are things that you guys would already know. Every single speaker who would want to guide you upon public speaking would tell you these things. I'll give you a few things from my side which are sort of my secret. And I think that might actually help you improve just rather than these points. First thing is improvisation. Let's say you are trying to speak from a PPT and a speech, and at certain point within your speech you think the crowd needs a certain fact or a certain line or a certain joke. So you improvise upon your speech and you speak that specific portion to get a reaction out of the crowd, to get the crowd's attention, right? Then there's the second tip that you can utilize, which is creating a hook for the thing that you're about to speak. Presenting your idea in a way which might hook the audience to what you are trying to speak is going to get you a lot of attention from them, is going to make you not sound like a boring speaker, and would also help you out convey your expressions through more fluently. And the third thing that you can do is putting a story behind the whole thing. So introducing the topic, talking about it through your own personal experiences, giving them a bit background of yourself, talking about how this can be utilized in their lives. All of this creates a storyline in their minds, which keeps them hooked, keeps them interested in hearing out what you have to say. Cool? Everyone understands? You have to give me a thumbs up. Great. All right. So now finally for like the last act, we have an activity. I would want 3 speakers out of the whole crowd, and we'll be doing a just a minute session. Do you guys understand what a just a minute session is? I'll just explain it for you. I'll be giving you a topic. The speaker will come up here. I'll give them a topic, a very easy topic to speak upon, to improvise upon. You can take 10 seconds to think, and then you'll have to speak for about a minute or at least as long as you can. No pressures at all. Those of you who are interested can come up here. Alright. Hi. You are? Lavi. Lavi, alright. Hi. You are?
I am Azam.
Azam. And Samarth. Alright. Lavi, Azan and Samarth. Right. So do not turn to the PPT. I have added the topics for the audience, and I'll give you topic one at a time. ठीक है? So that it stays fair, because मैं तीनों को एक टाइम पे दूंगा तो टाइम डिफरेंस आएगा ऑफ थिंकिंग, राइट? Is the audience able to see the topics? Cool. So Lavi, right? You are speaker number 1, you are 2, you are 3. Your topic is, what would I change in the world? What would I change in the world? You can take a minute to think. Let me know whenever you are ready. no pressure. Are you ready? Cool. Give her the mic.
Hi everyone, I am Lagvi Sharma from 11th A. So as today I have the topic about what would I like to change in the world. Like recently we have seen the news about terrorism and all the attacks that have happened. I really want to take any initiative to change that. Like that's really not done, like it was so wrong. And if I got a chance, I would like to do what we did back then, like go to their houses and attack to them just like they did and take revenge. So, yeah.
Guys, can I get some silence? A round of applause for Rami. Right, so Azan, your topic is my dream job. Whenever you are ready.
My dream job is to be an architect, because the the field of architecture allows me to build creative buildings which will allow me to show how I want to see the world, how I see it, and let others know how I perceive it. I can incorporate it with the environment and make it work sustainably so that everyone understands and correlates with the environment.
Alright. Samarth, your topic is a funny memory from my school. And now you guys can look behind. That was the third topic. Are you ready?
Okay, so at this moment I don't remember anything funny exactly, but I would tell you where I've had so much fun. It's in the bus while on the way home. We do a lot of fun stuff there, and the key memory which I remember that the people are throwing water at each other, and it's just something we do every day almost, especially in the summers, and everyone is wet when they get home.
Alright, a huge round of applause for all three of them. Thank you guys, it really takes a lot of courage to come up to the stage from a crowd of over 100 people and speak on random topics that you might not know about, right? Just hand over the mic there and thank you very much. Please come back, I have candies for all three of you collected before you leave. Alright guys, so thank you three and thank you guys for being a great audience. We have now come to the end of this session. I would quickly want to know how many of you here are poets, writers, authors. When I came to the school, I saw books downstairs written by you guys. So how many of you write poems, stories, other things, music, skits? Right. How many of you are aspiring to actually be a published author, published poet? Just give me a raise of hands. Alright. So I want to leave all of you with one thing that I would want you guys to remember. It's that J.K. Rowling became a billionaire by writing books. Warren Buffett became a billionaire by reading books, and Jeff Bezos became a billionaire by selling books. Thank you guys. Thank you for being a great audience and hearing me out. That's my time. Thank you very much. Also, if any of you are into learning how to be a TEDx speaker, how to chair at immune conferences, how to build businesses, all of that stuff, you can reach out to me on my socials. They're on the screen. Achha, you have removed. Chalo, bhai. You get the point. You can just directly come to me. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, sir, for conducting such an enlightening and engaging workshop. Your words have truly inspired our young leaders. May we request you to please be on the stage for a minute more?
May we request Nidhi ma'am to come on the stage and honor Mr. Satvik with a green planter and a green certificate.
Guys, I think we've organized this session for all of you, so please maintain some silence. I think we all can respect what's been happening here, and if you don't keep silence, I'm sorry you guys will not be felicitated.
May we please have a round of applause?